I am Hortensia. I am a wealthy Roman woman. I am my father's daughter. My father was Quintus Hortensius Hortalis, a great orator, advocate, and member of the aristocratic party, the Optimates. My father served as quaestor, aedile, praetor, and consul. His many speeches have been lost to history, but one of mine has not. Roman women of the higher classes were subject to control of their fathers, husbands, or a tutor, but could hold property and wealth. We were often well educated. Many husbands, fathers, and brothers were lost in the disastrous battle of Cannae. The wealth they left behind went to their mothers, wives, and daughters. Under Roman law, if a man died without a will, his sons and daughters shared equally. In 195 BC, 150 years before my speech, the Roman Senate enacted the Oppian Laws, named after Gaius Oppius, who first proposed it. Following the assassination of Julius Caesar in March 44 BC, the country was run by three men, Octavian, Lepidus, and Mark Antony, known as the Second Triumvirate. They were making war on two of the assassins of Julius Caesar, Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus, and needed more money. They decided to tax the 1,400 wealthiest women, those with an annual income of 100,000 denarii. Protocol required that high-ranking women seeking redress appeal first to the female relatives of the rulers. They appealed to Octavia, the sister of Octavian, Julia, the mother of Antony, and Fulvia, the second wife of Antony.
Octavia and Julia received the women graciously and heard their concerns, but Fulvia dismissed them haughtily and had them thrown out of her house. The women then had no recourse other than to address the triumvirs directly. Hortensia was chosen to speak for them.
You have already deprived us of our fathers, our sons, our husbands, and our brothers on the pretext that they wronged you. But if you also take away our property, you will reduce us to a condition unsuitable to our birth, our way of life, and our female nature. If we have done you any wrong, as you claimed our husbands have, punish us as you do them. But if we women have not voted any of you public enemies, nor torn down your house, nor destroyed your army, nor led an army against you, nor prevented you from obtaining offices and honors, why do we share in the punishments when we did not participate in the crimes? Why should we pay taxes when we do not share in the offices, honors, military commands, nor in short, the government, for which you fight between yourselves with such harmful results? You say, because it is wartime. When has there not been war? Our mothers did once rise superior to their sex, and made contributions when you faced the loss of the empire and the city itself through the conflict with the Carthaginians. But they funded their support voluntarily from their jewelry, not from their land, their fields, their dowries, or their houses, without which it is impossible for free women to live. If war with the Celts or Parthians comes, we will not be inferior to our mothers when it is a question of common safety. But for civil wars, may we never contribute nor aid you against each other.
The triumvirs attempted to have Hortensia escorted out of the tribunal by the lictors, But this was prevented by the shouting crowd in the street. The three most powerful men in the world were forced to sit quietly until Hortensia had finished. They then recessed until the following day. It was decided that they would tax only the 400 wealthiest women instead of 1,400. They made up for the monetary shortfall by forcing wealthy men to loan money to the state. The Oppian laws took 20 years to repeal. The effect of this law was greatly diminished before it was ever enacted. This speech comes down to us from the writings of Appian in the 2nd century A.D. So we hear it filtered through several translations and many years. But the essence of the speech still comes through loud and clear. In October of the year that Hortensia gave her speech, the forces of Brutus and Cassius were defeated at the Battle of Philippi. The empire was, for a time, united.